Reggie here, and I want to welcome you to another one of my videos. In this video, we are going to take some time to talk about a news event. And on the other side of me talking about that news event, I'm going to offer up some commentary of my own. Now, this is a little different because typically I talk about the news and the data and the information, and I don't insert my own thoughts into what it is that I am reporting out on. But in this video, we're going to mix it up just a little bit, and I'm actually going to insert some commentary along the way. The news event in question is the announcement by The Hollywood Reporter that a new writer has been brought on to work on the script for Blade. This is a movie that has been in development for quite some time. This movie was announced years ago, long before they had even put any plans in place. And once they started to put plans in place, they immediately started to change those plans. They changed directors, they changed scripts, they changed writers multiple times. And a lot of people are starting to believe that this movie will never actually be seen. But The Hollywood Reporter is offering us an update, and some might view this as a positive thing. The Hollywood Reporter is basically saying that Nick Pizzolatto was recently brought on board to punch up the original script by Michael Starberry ahead of the film's May start date. Punch up, not a complete rewrite or redo, but to punch up. Pizzolatto is best known for HBO's anthology crime series True Detective, which starred Mahershala Ali in the third season back in 2017 and later earned him an Emmy nomination for his performance, specifically Mahershala. The writer, director, and I think also creator of True Crime, has mainly operated in TV, though he's also written a handful of films, including the Magnificent Seven reboot back in 2017. Blade marks the fifth movie he's written in his career. So not a ton of experience here with Nick, but he definitely has a solid track record. Now, there are folks that just heard that and are, okay with the change because they believe that things are moving forward, at least moving in a positive direction. There are other folks, however, that are probably just rolling their eyes right now because any and everything related to Marvel and the MCU is just trash. That is their general feedback on most things. And I read a lot of comments on Twitter, on Instagram, on YouTube videos, and the comments generally are all saying the same thing. And it boils down to Marvel is trash. Disney needs to sell Marvel. Marvel hasn't made a good movie since Avengers Endgame. Kevin Feige needs to be fired. The Russo brothers need to come back. The list goes on. The CGI is too much CGI. The scripts are bad. The dialogue is bad. The casting is bad. It is an ongoing drumbeat of essentially the exact same comment again and again and again, day after day on a lot of the platforms. Here is the thing. We get it. We get it. Marvel is not firing on all cylinders right now. There is so much room for improvement. We get it. We completely get it. Oh, I forgot one. Go woke, go broke. Marvel, Disney is too woke to put out anything good right now. And did I mention that Disney needs to sell Marvel? That's one of my favorite ones that I've heard repeatedly for quite some time. Again, we understand that people aren't happy and that there has to be a change. And potentially, Nick Pizzolatto is part of that change, right? So in my head, I think we may need to take a step back and take a deep breath and allow some of this stuff to work its way out instead of just reacting to any and everything that we hear and that we see. And as evidence of that, a lot of people spent this last weekend very upset with Marvel, with Kevin Feige, and with Disney because Mila Kunis was supposed to be coming onto the Fantastic Four as a gender-bending thing. That is the latest rumor that was circulating, and people were very, very upset about this. Folks aren't excited about Adam Driver coming on. They're not excited about Antonio Banderas coming on as Galactus, and they certainly were not excited about a gender-bending thing named Mila Kunis. And here's the thing. It's not even true. A lot of videos created this weekend, a lot of angst, a lot of news articles put out there. If you listen to what Mila just said on TV recently, she said that she went out to a deli and had lunch or a meal with the director, and the very next day, she was Sue Storm / The Thing in the Fantastic Four movie. And according to her, she is not in the movie. She knows who's in the movie because she had lunch with the director, but according to her, she is not in the movie. She would have loved to be in the movie, but that doesn't seem to be the way that it's going. But the rumor was out there. I guess Mila is Jewish. It's been made known that they wanted a Jewish thing for our Jewish actor to play Thing in the movie because that's authentic. And somehow or another, it became Mila Kunis from Ukraine, who is Jewish. That was basically going to be the thing. It's not even true. Maybe we need to slow down. Maybe we need to take a step back. Maybe we need to take a deep breath and allow some of these things to just work their way through, because the reality is that we all recognize that there is room for improvement. And if you listen to the host of the Hot Mic podcast, he says that Marvel is well aware of the problem, says Marvel is aware that they have a problem. And I want to quote him. He says, Marvel's got a secret that's hiding in plain sight. I'll tell you the secret. The secret is that their movies are not that good. They know that their movies are not that good. They know that the scripts in particular have been pretty bad. And that's why, if you have been paying attention the last few weeks or months, you'll note that Marvel has been spending a lot more money on writers. Marvel, Kevin Feige hear it. They've heard it. They appear to get it, which is why they are bringing on not just Nick, but other writers that have experience to tell better stories. That is essentially what they are trying to do. And I think if they can improve the quality of the scripts, if they can continue or get better at some of the casting, if they can improve the issues that they face with CGI, which I think that they can by putting out less content, they're going to get themselves back on the right track, right? I think that the last few movies, like Ant-Man, for example, not well received in any way, shape, or form. One of the weaker movies. They get it. They hear you. No need to repeat it because everybody gets it. The host of Hot Mic goes on to say, pay attention, guys. They're not going for newbie writers anymore, like they're going out to some heavy hitters for writers. That's the Marvel secret that no one has talked about yet. The secret is they recognize that they have a problem and they are trying to improve it. Let's give them a little bit of time to show us that they hear what has been said repeatedly for the last year and a half, 2 years. Pick a time frame that works. The point is that they hear it and they're trying to improve it. So with that said, I want to wrap this video up. If you enjoyed this video, I definitely want to encourage you to give it a thumbs up. If you didn't enjoy the video, tell me why down in the comment section. Don't be shy. Let's have a conversation, but no need to repeat something that you've said before because I've probably read that comment. If you need to reach out to me, feel free to do so on Instagram at Regie Collects. Take care.
This thing on? Mic check. I just want to make sure y'all can hear me clearly. Yeah. Should you practice art? or should art be your practice? I had a question, so I asked it. Not to anyone specifically, but to my inner God, you know? The one that's gonna be a master, the one that's more than a rapper, the one that's an educator, the one that seeks enlightenment. He travels with concepts, he's got the mindset expansive. He understands that his time combined with travel and concepts makes his mind convex. Sorta like when you look at a brain scan, straight off meditation, we was concaving until we had that eternal dialogue that created our dialect. Now we in distinct rooms of pure souls having them conversations, synergy and combinations. You fly and we waiting, Indian style in the gold.